guys have to see this game. But there's a twist. In this game, I'm not gonna explain anything. Coach David will explain to you. So let's get ready for the game. So,
a standard opening move that grabs the center. A good move for players of all skill levels.
Yep, E4, E5 are common opening things. Me and my mom.
Jumping the knight into the game, attacking the pawn, and defending the center. A good way of defending and developing. A good fundamental move. The Italian game often leads to some exciting positions.
Yep, he's correct.
Developing the bishop on an active diagonal while allowing kingside castling. D3 allows the dark squared bishop to develop and protects the bishop on C4 and the pawn on E4. Knight F6 develops the knight toward the center, attacks the E4 pawn, and controls the D5 square.
He's right. Listen to him.
Castling gets the king out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. The bishop is ready to be developed to an active square. This is a book move, meaning it follows established opening theory, played by top players for years. Both kings are castled and ready for the middle game. Textbook play so far.
Textbook play so far.
Solid. Continuing with standard opening theory. This moves the bishop to a better location, allowing it to control more squares.
Yep. Actually, what's the thing? The more squares a piece controls, the more active the piece is. So, it's important to control more squares. No matter it's a queen, it's the bishop, it's the knight, it's the rook, anything. It should control the most possible squares it can in the possible situation. It should, because it's beneficial for the player.
This is a book move, meaning it follows established opening theory, played by top players for years. This creates space for the king to move in case it is attacked. This creates luft for the king, providing it an escape square, developing the knight and increasing influence in the center. Textbook play so far. White's knight has moved to a square with greater activity and control. This offers an equal trade of pieces. Solid. Continuing with standard opening theory. This is an equal trade. White's recapture simultaneously activates another piece. This defends the attacked pawn. This offers an equal trade of pieces. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. A clear recapture. A strong pawn push that confronts the center directly. This is an equal trade. A straightforward recapture. This calmly removes the rook from an immediate threat. This misses a better way to reveal an attack on the pawn.
This is a mistake because the rook here on E4 can just capture the rook on, the rook on here can just capture the pawn, the knight. It's literally hanging, but the pawn can recapture, so it may be like it can capture. So let's see what happens in the game, because I played it yesterday.
This threatens to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trade. With some precise moves, Black will be able to overload the opponent's piece and win a pawn. The best option was to double rooks on a single file.
Yep, I think that was like a good idea, but you know, it also attacks the queen. So yeah, both are okay. I don't think it's a mistake or something.
The better move was to recapture a piece. This creates an isolated pawn. The better move was to evade the check from the opposing knight.
Is a miss.
This threatens to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trades. This threatens to attack a trapped queen.
Yep, that is.
This allows the opponent to attack a trapped queen. White attacks a trapped piece and will win a queen.
Yep, that's a great move. You see, I played a great move, and I'll win a queen for sure now.
This move collects the rook on the way out. That queen was free for the taking.
The queen was free for the taking. Yes, it is, because, you know, my mother, is, something beginner type, and she doesn't know, the tactics and so. So, it's okay. She'll learn and one day challenge me. It's okay.
One of the best moves.
Yep.
Very strong play. This is the strongest option. The threat on the knight becomes more serious with this move.
Yup, it does.
The knight is now adequately defended. A strong choice. This kicks a queen. This move puts the queen on a safer square. This offers an equal trade of pieces. Trading pieces is a good strategy for white to simplify the game when they're ahead. A clear recapture. This threatens to checkmate the king. This stops the opponent from being able to checkmate the king. Right on target. This evades the check from the queen. This move puts the knight on a safer square. A solid choice. This evades the check from the knight. This move puts the knight on a safer square.
Yep, it does.
A strong fork hits two targets. This move puts the knight on a safer square.
Black also attacks the queen right here and defends this pawn. So that is a good choice. I agree with Coach David though.
This move puts the knight on a safer square. A strong fork hits two targets at the same time.
Yep, it is a strong fork, but not two, it's three.
This calmly removes the rook from an immediate threat. This calmly removes the pawn from an immediate threat. After all captures, this is an equal trade. Recaptures. This is the strongest option. This permits the opponent to win a queen through a fork.
Yeah, that was a mistake of mine. I'm sorry.
This misses an opportunity to win a queen through a fork. This evades the check from the rook.
Yep.
This move sets up a fork on two valuable targets. This evades the check from the knight. The pawn is now passed because it can no longer be challenged by pawns as it tries to promote. A forced move, no other option on the board. One of the best moves. A strong fork hits two targets at the same time. This blocks the check from an opposing queen. A strong move that increases the pressure on the knight. Very strong play. This steps away from the checking road. This continues down the road to checkmate.
Okay, guys, I'm really sorry for that thing. I'm just coming back right here. Yep, you're here. So, next is rook c3.
One of the best moves. A strong fork hits two targets at the same time. This blocks the check from an opposing queen. A strong move that increases the pressure on the knight. Very strong play. This steps away from the checking rook. A solid choice. That pawn was free for the taking.
Yep, that was.
This leads to losing a knight. Threatening that pinned piece is going to win a knight. This defends a vulnerable knight by pinning one of its attackers. That was a free knight. This evades the check from the queen. This defends the attacked knight. This move puts the rook on a safer square. One of the best moves. This evades the check from the queen. A strong choice. This steps away from the checking queen. Right on target.
We are really close to the checkmating position right now. And I'm gonna win, and that was whoa, that was really good win.
This evades the check from the queen. This is a fair move. This is the strongest option. The rook is kicked by a pawn and must now move or be captured. This move sets up a fork on two valuable targets.
A fork on two valuable targets? I don't think Yeah, it's going and check on the king right here. I know it's like giving a check on the king right here, but this is not a valuable target. A pawn is not at all valuable, but once it promotes, it becomes valuable.
This steps away from the checking rook. A strong choice. This threatens to force eventual checkmate. This is not the right idea.
Is inaccuracy. Rook a3 is inaccuracy.
The pawn comes under even more pressure now. The pawn is now passed because it can no longer be challenged by pawns as it tries. This continues the checkmate threat. That rook was free for the taking. This makes a passed pawn. This continues down the road to checkmate. A forced move, no other option on the board.
No other option on the board.
This continues down the road to checkmate. The passed pawn moves towards its goal. This continues down the road to checkmate. This calmly removes the pawn from an immediate threat. This continues down the road to checkmate.
And now,
The passed pawn moves towards its goal.
now, on the next move, I will win the Black Kingdom by checkmate. There are two checkmates. First, we can do queen to f8 checkmate, queen to f8 checkmate, and queen to g7 check. Queen to g7 checkmate. Right here. So I did queen to g7 mate, so let's see it.
And the game is over.
The game is over with a solo checkmate. So that was a game between me and between my mom. So bye guys, have a nice day ahead, and make sure to take care of your friends and family. Bye guys.